Yo, it's your boy, Kid with Skills, and today we're gonna go over EV training in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're gonna give you the what, where, why, and how to EV train in this game. Alright, so we'll get started. What is EV training? EV training is not training your pet EV. That's not what EV training is. EV training is leveling up, in a sense, a hidden value that's not so hidden anymore in the modern Pokemon games. A hidden value to increase and optimize your stats for your Pokemon. A hidden value, and that hidden value, EV, which stands for effort values. So we can go into the menu right here, and you can go into the stats, right? And on the stats, you can press switch graph view. And if you see on my whatever the name of Quaxel's final form is, you can see my speed and my attack are glistening. That is because I maxed out the EVs for this. So EVs, the number for EVs is 512. That is the magic number for EVs. Each stat can have, so you can have a max of 512 EVs. Each stat can have a max of 252 in particular. So I maxed out my attack and speed EVs, as you can see here. I did 4 EVs into my HP stat, which you can't really see on this chart, but that's fine. Every 4 EVs give you a stat point to one of your stats. So sometimes you'll see big stat increases when you level up if you're leveling up a particular stat. And the way you get these EVs is from battling Pokemon. And all the Pokemon give you different amounts of EVs. They can range from 1 to 2. That might even be the max. I'm not sure if it goes higher than that. But yeah, so that is what EVs are. They are a hidden value that increase your stats for your Pokemon. So why would you want to EV train? So you want to EV train to optimize your Pokemon stats. So say if I had another Quaxel, whatever his guy's called, at level 100, and I EV trained and he didn't. And my attack would say 340, and their attack would be lower because they didn't necessarily EV train. So maybe this is 300. You want to EV train to have more competitive stats, and you can make really custom builds of your Pokemon this way too, and that brings a whole layer of diversity and competitive strategy into the game. So that's why you want to EV train, so you can have a more competitive Pokemon if you're into battling, a stronger Pokemon for raids in Scarlet and Violet. It helps so much if you're doing a lot of battling, PvP or PvE, regardless. EV training is definitely going to help you out in either of those situations. So the way you EV train is by battling different Pokemon. If you're looking to max out an attack stat, you'll go and find Pokemon that give you attack EVs. So generally, Pokemon will give you 1 to 2 EVs, but there's a way to increase that. And so if you're battling Pokemon, you can either use the Macho Brace, which will give you double the EVs, so you can get up to 4. So if you battle Pokemon that gives you 2 and you have the Macho Brace on you, that will multiply it by 2. Like I said, it doubles, so you have 4, and then there are the power items. Now, the power items is where it is at, okay, if you're doing manual EV training. The power items give you an additional 8 EVs, okay? So, you can see these 6 items here. You can buy them at one of the convenience stores, the Deli Bird stores. I just got it from Masagoza, whatever the main town is called. I think they cost like 20 grand a piece, but they are worth it. Okay, these items have other uses as well, aside from EV training, but we're not going to get into that right now. Breeding stuff. But yeah, so these items give you 8 additional EVs per particular stat. So you get Power Bracer, that's attack, Power Belt, defense, Power Lens, special attack, Power Band, special defense, Power Anklet, speed, and Power Weight, HP. They do reduce your speed while your Pokemon holds them, but that's fine. That's only temporary. You can take them off and your speed will be back to normal, but they will. You have to have you equip them to your Pokemon to get the additional 8 EV points, okay? Now, we have another method of EV training, and this one hits your pockets, okay? you can buy vitamins. Yes, the vitamins. You used to only be able to do 100 EVs. Now you can completely max out a stat with the vitamins. So these are great. They are expensive, but if you have the money and you just want to EV train really quick, you can use them. They're not perfect though, since they're intervals of 10. Each singular vitamin gives you 10 EVs. So you can only do increments of 10. So if you're looking for more control, you want to use the feathers. So feathers raise your EVs by 1. So you have to get a lot of these to do a lot, but if you use them in conjunction with the vitamins, you can EV train really effectively to have some nice custom builds. So yeah, I think you really want to use vitamins and the feathers to EV train effectively. Okay? Another important item in EV training, and this really goes for Pokemon that have already been EV trained, are these 6 berries here. Pomeg, Kelpsie, Qualu, Hondu, Grape, and Tomato Berry. Tomato Berry, these berries undo EVs from your Pokemon. So say you went through the whole game with the team, you didn't know about EV training, and you want to undo the EVs that they have, because they will have some, you got to use these guys. They remove 10 EVs per berry. You can get these berries from the auction house. You can find them on the ground, and you can get them from raids. You can get a good amount from raids too, but I would recommend the auction house to get a hold of these guys. These are the only items that I'm aware of that reduce your EV count, and once your EV count is at 0, it won't let you go above 1 anymore when you give them the berries. Okay. Next is, where do you EV train? Okay. So we're gonna break down some spots for you guys to EV train at that will be really effective. I do want to note that Scarlet and Violet does have a new mechanic with the auto battling. Auto battling does not get you EVs. So unfortunately, that would have been a really fast way to EV train, but that does not work. Oh, there also isn't Pokeverse anymore either for some of the older trainers who used to use that to EV train. That is no longer a thing. Okay, so we're gonna go over a few spots of where you guys can EV train at. The first spot is gonna be in the South or South Province, Area 1. Okay, so in Area 1, you're gonna be looking for a Pokemon like Lechonk over here, Wooper, and Azurill. You want to have the Power Bracer equipped when you do this to get a total of 9 EVs. Okay, so next we're going to be going to the east gate of Messagoza. Over here, you want to look for Shinx and Yungoos for your attack stat. Okay, so next is the east gate of Messagoza. Here you can train 2 stats. Mainly, you'll be training the attack stat over here. You'll be looking for Yungoos, and you'll be looking for Shinx. They are plentiful. You keep exploring the area, and you're sure to find some. And while you're doing the attack stat, you can also do speed, because there are plenty of Rookie Ds here, and Rookie D gives you speed stat. And for the attack bracer, or for the attack EV item, you want to make sure you have your power bracer equipped, and for speed, you want to make sure you have your power anklet equipped. So nextly, we'll cover is Psyduck for special attack. So Psyduck is common throughout the whole region of Paldea. Find a nice lake or river where some Psyduck spawn, and just keep farming them up to do special attack. No special area for that. That's just a nice one you can do anywhere. So if you can find a river near somewhere else where you're EV training, then you can go get your special attack stat up. Okay? Okay, next up is special defense. We have Spoink. Spoink is also east of Messagoza. This is probably my favorite. If not, it's going to be my favorite EV training spot. Spoink is very plentiful around here as well. And to train your special defense stat, you want to make sure you have your power band equipped. And finally, for defense, you can go south of Messagoza, the first gate you go to. I'll look for these trees over here, and you can look for scatterbugs and tarantulas to give you that defense stat. You want to make sure you have your power belt equipped when fighting them, so you can get your 9 EVs. You do want to be careful when you're EV training, though, that you do not knock out any other Pokemon that you don't know what EVs they give, because that will add to your your EV count. And again, you have a total of 512 EVs you can get. Okay? And each stat can only hold 252. That means you can only max out 2 stats. So you got to choose what EVs you want wisely. And again, this will make your Pokemon a lot stronger than average trainers Pokemon. You'll be able to do raid battles more effectively and win more online battles effectively. EV training is a great method of getting ahead. You can also use the sandwiches to create spawns for yourself to EV train more efficiently. I'm not going to get into that because that's kind of more pick and choose when you learn the sandwich recipes. But yeah, guys, that's it. We tried to do this nice and quick. We gave you some spots to EV train. We broke down why you want to EV train and the mathematics behind it. If you guys have any questions, hit me in the comments. We do stream Pokemon weekly. We're ramping up on the stream, so drop a follow if you want to see what I'm getting up to. Some shiny hunting, building teams for competitive play. So definitely come check me out. My Twitch channel is Kid with Skills, same as the YouTube. So yeah, hopefully I will see you there. And if you have any questions, hit the comments. But until then, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.